Hi, welcome to this video class. This is Pravina here to teach you class 7 science lesson 8. Winds, storms and cyclones. Yes, what can you see in the image here? Yes, it is a cyclone. Then what are these cyclones? What is the effect of a cyclone? Orissa was hit by a cyclone with speed of 200 kilometers per hour on 18th October 1999. The cyclone smashed 45,000 houses, making 7 lakh people homeless. In the same year, that is on 29th October, a second cyclone with wind speed of 260 km per hour hit Orissa again. This cyclone, it was accompanied by water waves about 9 meters high, and thousands of people lost their lives. Property worth crores of rupees was destroyed. The cyclone affected agriculture, transport, communication and electricity supply. Then what these cyclones are? How are they formed? Why are they destructive? So you are going to seek answers to these questions in this lesson. And here are few activities to understand what winds are. And you all know that the moving air is called as wind. As you have studied in your earlier classes, the different properties of air. So one such property is air exerts pressure. So this activity confirms that air exerts pressure. So what you have to do? Take a tin, fill it with 1/4 of water, let it boil for some time. Let the water boil for some time. Close it with a lid. Now try to place this tin under the running water. What happens? What is your observation? Try to perform this activity at home. And you might have experienced that while flying a kite. So do the wind coming from the back, does it help you? Or if you are in a boat, is the wind coming from behind you? Does it help you to row a boat? Is it difficulty for you to ride the bicycle against the direction of the wind? And you also have seen that the cycle tubes are filled with air. And if it is filled with excess air, the tube bursts open. So what is the air doing inside the cycle tube? So all these experiences confirm that the air exerts pressure. So here, what happens to the tin which is kept under the running water with hot water? So what happens to the tin? So here, firstly you have to boil the water, then that tin should be kept under the running water. So here, the steam which is present inside the tin, it condenses and turns into water. So you can see that there is a reduced air pressure inside the tin. The air pressure is very less when compared to the air pressure that exerts from outside of the bottle. So you can see that the can get distorted when it is kept under a running water. It is because the reduced air pressure inside, as the pressure outside the tin is more when compared to the pressure which is present inside the tin. The air from outside is compressing the bottle. So here the tin get compressed. So the bottle or the tin, it get distorted. If the tin is not available, you can even try it with a plastic bottle. Try to fill the plastic bottle up to the rim with hot water and immediately empty the bottle. Try to cap it. Then keep that bottle under the running water. You will observe that the bottle get compressed. So all these experiences tell us that air exerts pressure. Yes, here is another property of air. High speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. So how can we say that? So this can be confirmed by the following activities. So one such activity is here for you. For this, you have to take a small piece of paper, try to crumple it in the form of a ball, take an empty bottle, hold it on its sides and try to keep that paper ball near the mouth of the bottle. Now try to blow the paper inside the bottle, into the bottle. So what do you observe in this experiment? So try this activity. So you have to take a paper ball, crumple it in the form of a ball and hold the bottle on its sides and try to keep this paper ball near the mouth of the bottle and try to blow air near the ball and try to push it inside the bottle. So you observe what happens. And here in the another activity, for this you have to take two balloons, fill it with little amount of water and take see that they are approximately 8 to 10 centimeters away from each other, and tie a string to these balloons and tie both the balloons on a string or a stick. Yes. Now try to blow the air in the place or in the gap between the two balloons. What do you observe? Even try this activity. Yes. And here is another activity. Can you blow and lift the paper? So you just take a paper which is 20 centimeters in length and 2 centimeters in wide. Try to blow the air over the paper, above the paper, and see what happens. So in all these three activity, you might have experienced that is in the paper crumpled paper ball. When you try to blow air on the crumpled paper, it is not easy for us to make the ball to go into the bottle. So what might be the reason for this? The reason is that when you are blowing the air, so the wind speed is high near the mouth of the bottle here, so that the air pressure is decreased, and the air pressure which is present inside the bottle is more when compared to the air which is present near the mouth of the bottle. So this air which has more pressure is just making the ball or pushing the paper ball towards the mouth of the bottle. So here the wind pressure near the mouth is very fast, so that the air pressure this region has a decreased air pressure, and the air pressure inside the bottle is more when compared to the air pressure which is present near the mouth of the bottle. It is due to that reason, even though if you blow the paper, we are not unable to make the paper to make it go inside the bottle. So that it confirms that the wind speeds they are accompanied by the reduced air pressure. And in the second activity, when you blew the air between the space between the two balloons, you will observe that the two balloons come towards each other. The reason is that in this region where the person is blowing the air, so here as the wind is in a very speed process, you can see that there is an reduced air pressure, so that the air which is present behind these balloons, it is exerting more pressure and pushing the balls towards each other. So in the center there is a reduced air pressure, so that the pressure towards the sides of the balloon is making the balloons to come towards each other. And in the third activity, when you try to blow air over the strip of the paper, here in this region above the strip of the paper, as the wind speed is high, there is an reduced air pressure. So the air pressure that is exerting below the paper is high when compared to the air pressure that above the paper. It is due to that reason, it is due to the more pressure below the paper, this pressure is lifting the paper up. So all these three activities confirms that increased wind speed is indeed accompanied by a reduced air pressure. Can you imagine what would happen if high-speed winds blew over the roofs of buildings? What happens? So if the roofs are very weak, you could have experienced that the roofs are blown away. Yes. Yes. Then what are these winds? Yes. When air moves, it is called wind. Then what are these winds? We all know that the winds bring rains. And why are they destructive? And we also know that air moves from a region where the air pressure is high to the region where pressure is low. So air always moves from high pressure region to a low pressure region. Then what is it making that difference in pressure? As greater the pressure, you can see the faster the air moves. Then what is the reason? How is that the air, how is the difference in pressure created in nature? Yes, is that, do you think that difference in temperature might be involved in this? Yes, let us understand that better by performing few activities here. So here is another activity. So you can see that the air expands on heating. For this, you have to take boiling tubes, and to the end of this boiling tube, you have to fit a balloon to the neck of the boiling tube as such. Now try to keep this boiling tube in cold water, and try to take a beaker and fill it with cold water first. Try to keep this boiling tube for 2 or 3 minutes in the cold water. So what do you observe? Is there any change in the shape of the balloon? At the same time, you just take out the boiling tube and let it come to the room temperature. Then again keep that in another beaker which consists of hot water. So what is the change that you have experienced in the shape of the balloon there? So you will observe that. So the boiling tube which is kept in hot water, you can see that the balloon, it gets inflated. The reason is that whereas the boiling tube, that what you have kept in the cold water, it gets deflated. So what is the reason for that inflating in a balloon, inflating in a hot water and the balloon getting deflated in a cold water? The reason is that when you place the boiling tube in the hot water, you will observe that the air which is present inside the test tube, as the boiling tube is kept in hot water, the air is getting expanded there. So due to that expansion, where the air occupies more space, so you can see that the balloon is getting inflated. Whereas in the another test tube which is kept, the boiling tube which is kept in a cold water, the deflation is possible. So what is happening there? It is because the air, when it gets cooled, it gets contracted. So this experiment proves that air expands on heating. Yes, one more activity here. For this, you have to take 2 paper bags or empty paper cups of the same size and hang the 2 bags in the inverted position on the 2 ends of a metal or a wooden stick, and tie a small thread in the middle of the 2 paper bags and hold the thread by the stick by the thread. So see that both of them are in balance. Now try to place a burning candle below one of the paper bag. So what happens? What do you observe? So you can see that the paper, the candle which is placed below one of these bag, it just is lifted up. In the sense, you can see that there is a disturbance in balance which is created there. So why is this happening? It is because the air which is surrounding this burning place, you can see that the air is getting heated and this warm air is trying to lift the paper bag. So it is due to this reason there is a disturbance which is created in the balance of these 2 papers. So from this experiment, it is clear that the air expands on heating. So on heating, the air expands and occupies more space. When the something occupies more space, it becomes lighter. So the warm air is therefore lighter than the cold air. That is the reason that the smoke goes up. And also in your general experience, might you have observed that in many situations where the warm air, it always rises up. So here a process that you have studied in lesson 4, which takes place, the process where it is known as the process of convection. So the process of convection takes place in air. So how it happens? So when the air, it becomes hotter, it always rises up, and that empty space is occupied by the air which is surrounding that place, that air which rushes near the storm. So this is how the process of convection takes place. So this property can prove that air expands on heating. Thank you. Meet you in the next video.